Before we get started, let's check out the links in my description. We all want nice things. We want the car, we want a house, we want a high limit credit card. But if you don't have at least a 680 credit score, you're not even in the game. So click this link here to know where you stand and get your free credit scores from all 3 bureaus. That will be Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. And also get your reports. If you would like to be free and become financially independent through entrepreneurship, click this link here to be free. If you'd like to get cash back, which is a discount during shopping, please click this link here to see my favorite cashback sites. And if you enjoy the music you hear in the background, please click the link here and subscribe to It's Oasis. Hello everyone, welcome back to Community Wealth. Today is just an update on what's going on with the PPP forgiveness. It's an article that came out about it. I'm going to get into it in 1 second. But first, I just want to let you guys know that the 30th has passed. Let me know what's going on with your PPP loans. Leave some comments below. Let me know if you're still being funded. Did you get an email about what's going on? You're still processing? Have you been approved? And things like that. I know that if you haven't been approved by the time they actually really ran out, then you're not going to get it at all. So if you haven't been approved, just forget about it for right now. There may be some updates coming soon about what's going on with that, but as of right now, there's nothing coming out about more funding. But just let me know in the comments, or I should say let us know in the comments, if you have been approved, if you've been funded, are you in borrower funded, lender funding, whatever, you got new status updates or whatever, just let us know what's going on in the comments, okay? Now let's go ahead and get to this article. This is on masslive.com. That's MASSlive.com. SBA's PPP loan forgiveness deadline is fast approaching. Don't be left on the hook. Right, it says small businesses that took U.S. Small Business Administration Paycheck protection loans in 2020 need to apply for forgiveness soon. Otherwise, the loan will become permanent and businesses will be responsible for payments and interest. The PPP loans will automatically convert to a standard loan at 1% interest if a small business does not apply to the SBA for forgiveness within 10 months of the end of the covered period under which they had to spend the money. For some businesses, early in the program, when it launched in April 2020, there was an 8-week covered period, which would put that deadline in the middle of July. For most loans operating under the more popular 24-week covered period, that could mean a deadline in September. Either way, experts say small businesses need to apply soon to avoid unnecessary costs in regards to their 2020 loans. As soon as they are able to apply, they should do so and just move forward with the forgiveness process, SBA Administrator Isabel Guzman said in a recent interview with the Business Journals. According to SBA data as of May 24, the latest available, nearly 2 million small businesses had yet to submit their PPP loan for forgiveness out of a total of 5.2 million loans made during 2020. For PPP loans made prior to June 5th, small businesses will see a loan term of 2 years as opposed to 5 years for loans approved after June 5th, 2020. Although small businesses with shorter loans may be able to extend the maturity date of their loan by working with their lender, said Justin Elijah, partner in charge of the Paycheck Protection Program and the Employee Retention Credit Program at Atlanta accounting firm Aprio, in an email. Oh, that's long. Okay. So again, you don't have to worry too much about it. I would reach out to a Womply or the lender. Now, again, they're supposed to reach out to you when it's time for forgiveness. They'll reach out to you and let you know what you have to do, what forms you have to fill out and things like that. They should reach out to you, so I don't think we have to worry too much about it. Just when you get the information, jump on it ASAP if you're eligible for forgiveness. And you would know that because, well, the first loan, you just have to, apply and, use it how you're supposed to use it, which is usually, since we are sole proprietors and self-employed and independent contractors, gig workers, all we have to do is pretty much pay ourselves. And it seems to me just a simple transfer from your business account to yourself, to your personal account, or through a check from your business to yourself or whatever. And if you didn't have a business account, it's just the account that you mainly work out of. It's pretty much a streamlined process. They'll walk you through it, I'm assuming. If they don't walk you through it, there'll be instructions. And if they're not instructions, I'm pretty sure once you get it, I don't know anything about it, I'm just saying, if you get it, they'll probably direct you to the SBA website and things. But listen, once you get the information or the form or the email, however it's going to go, they should pretty much let you know what you need to do. From what I understand, it's going to be streamlined. It's not going to be nothing hard at all. Just something fairly simple. Okay, moving on. He also said some businesses were deliberately delaying their forgiveness application to maximize a separate tax credit that rewards businesses for retaining employees, giving small business owners a tax benefit for each worker retained up to a certain amount. Accordingly, it's time to take action if the borrower plans to apply for loan forgiveness and has yet to do so, Elagian said. We're seeing a large number of businesses holding off on submitting their loan forgiveness applications until the last minute in order to execute on their strategies to maximize their opportunity to claim the employee retention credits in addition to forgiveness of their PPP loans as submitted a loan forgiveness application even a day prior to 10 months after the end of the covered period will allow the PPP loan repayment to remain in deferment. Tinley Karp, a partner and PPP expert at law firm Arnold Golden Gregory LLP, said it's not hard to imagine that many small businesses are not laser focused on a deadline that was originally a year or a year and a half away. Small businesses which obtain PPP loans should be marking their calendars with the deadline for applying for loan forgiveness, Karp said in the email. But this loan forgiveness step is essential because if they miss the deadline, the small businesses must immediately begin making payments on their loans to their lenders, including interest. Although 1% is a favorable interest rate, the small businesses will still be carrying debt on their books that they could have had written off. She said even if a small business needs to hire an accountant or attorney to assist them because they are busier than they were before the pandemic, it would still be well worth the effort to get forgiveness on loans that could be in the millions of dollars. I think it would be tragic for a small business to forego PPP loan forgiveness due to mere oversight of the PPP loan forgiveness filing deadline, Karp said. The eventual closing of the forgiveness application period comes even as the SBA is still making changes to the process. The SBA recently told the Associated General Contractors of America that it intends to withdraw the use of a controversial PPP loan questionnaire that critics say has slowed the forgiveness process and made it much harder for larger PPP loans to get forgiveness. Remember, I did a video about that, about how they changed certain things for the larger loans. The smaller loans, I believe, is just 1 page, 1 or 2 pages. Is really not hard at all. Now, I haven't seen it. I just heard certain people who actually went through the forgiveness process talk about it. They didn't show anything. They just kind of mentioned it. But I haven't seen it yet. And the date is coming up. We're actually, I believe, whoever got their loans in April, I think I got mine mid-April. I think it was like April 16th. So April 16th to May 16th to June 16th. So that'd be like that 8-week period there. And I believe we took the 24 months. I don't even remember. That's crazy. But I believe we took the 24 months part. So I think I got a little longer than that. But even now, it should be that time period. So I guess it's 10 months after that. So we should be just fine for right now. We got plenty of time. But like I said, once the time hits, you got to start applying for forgiveness. Womply, they even said it in the email that they will reach out to you to let you know what you need to do because they have the forms. Womply have the forms. The lenders have the forms. So it's their job to send it out to us to let us know what we're supposed to do next. It's the forms that we have to fill out that they have. All right. The loan necessity questionnaire that was rolled out in November focused on the good faith certification that businesses had to make when applying for a PPP loan of $2 million or more, but it asked for significant documentation about how businesses subsequently did after receiving the loan, among other things. The agency ultimately sued the SBA, saying the questionnaire was developed in secret and without public input. Because remember, I did a video on that. Meanwhile, the SBA is also separately working on a way to streamline forgiveness for loans from $150,000 up to $2 million, something Guzman said in an interview with the Business Journals early in June. Okay, so that's that. That's on the PPP forgiveness. All right. So again, they should reach out to you and let you know when the forgiveness is, because they have the forms we have to fill out. If you haven't had a loan, if you didn't get approved for it, they still have the EIDL grants and advances going on, or grants advances going on for the supplemental and the regular EIDL grant. So you can go ahead and go to SBA.gov and apply for the EIDL advance, but you have to apply for the loan first. You don't have to be approved for the loan to get the advance, but for you to even get an email to go forward with the EIDL advance and the targeted supplemental, you have to fill out for the loan. All right, so go to SBA.gov, click EIDL, and apply for the loan. They'll send you an email about the targeted advance and the targeted supplemental advance. You'll be able to apply that way. Okay, and if you don't get any of that stuff, or you don't want to go through all of that, you don't have to worry about the government funds. You just get your own credit together by clicking the credit monitoring link in the description below, and you'll get your scores for all three bureaus: Equifax, TransUnion, Experian, and your reports. That way you'll know where you're at, where you know what you need to work on as far as the dispute letters. I have a video about that, and the do-it-yourself credit repair. You know, you get your dispute letters out there, get stuff removed, get stuff updated, and that way you can get your credit together, and you'll be able to qualify for your own financial institution's credit products. All right, like getting a credit card of $10, $15, $20, $25,000 in 60 seconds. All right. And also, if you want to go out and get your own money, you know, you don't have to worry about FPUC, any of that stuff, unemployment, or like I said, these loans and things like that. You can go ahead and click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. That way you can start dashing, use your own vehicle, making anywhere between $500 to $1,000 plus per week. If you don't have a vehicle, if you don't want to use your vehicle, you click the Wealth Hire Car link in the description below, and you can use their car to dash around town after you click the Wealth Dash link and apply there. And that way you can still make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your own time without using your own vehicle. If you like to get cash back when you shop, which I do all the time, I get well over $1,000 in cash back. You can click the cash back link in the description below. And if you would like to know how I got 5 properties for $5,500, click the Be Free link in the description below. So subscribe to the channel, subscribe to It's a Wacy, and until the next video, everybody, let's get this money.